1, 2, low, push. Each of these sink there. Hand comes in, very important. I sink. What do you notice? Side on, yeah? Techniques that are side on always confuse people. People say, well, how can you do anything side on? But you can get a fairly good idea from this body position what it is good for, and that is if I'm in this position, yes, it's very effective. And all I need to do is literally do that. You can see from here, if I happen to be in this position, I've got that hand, I've got that, and I've got that turn automatically combined with this, which twists up. Yeah? So now I have a lock on the arm. And if I didn't have that, arm slipped off, I would have this twisting action, which is quite destabilizing. How would I get into that position? That's more interesting to me. So I'm not going to do this. Boom. Okay. We might do it in practice. So plenty of times you'll see people practicing and they go, boom. That doesn't mean that they're literally applying this. So you see one-step sparring, it's just to get you in the right position. But you can see, I'm going to wait for a punch, I'm not going to expect to catch it on the full. I might simply attack that guy. Okay. I simply extend, and you see how this leg wants to follow? What? This hand is controlled. I lead with this leg. There's that initial thing to get to this posture. So we've gone from a loaded position to there. Okay, so that's your first move. Attack that guard, that's your full extended. Now from there, I'm going to carry on the momentum by bringing this leg right around. I can, if I'm close, kick him in there. But this is what I'm doing. Because I want my whole body to go, yeah? So we're here. And from here, boom. And apply the lock, twist. Now that I've got him sideways and I've got this arm controlled, I have less concern over this hand. If I don't control this arm, he'll just move. So here I must control that to stop that shoulder coming in. So I'm moving to his outside. Now from here, as he tries to punch, it's difficult. I have to have this arm controlled. If I don't have that control, then as he's losing it, I have to raise this arm anyway. And now I still have that. Over here, that turn is quite important. So you can see how a little turn can weaken the hold. That's literally the form. Yeah? The hold weakens, he thinks he's got a hold. I don't want this. I want him to hold on because he thinks he actually has an advantage. That hand is now occupied and this hand is free. Right. So in this particular case, I'm there and I'm now going to, as he's punching, apply the lock on this arm. So he's going to have held on, and that actually gives me purchase where otherwise might be, if he's loose, I have to try and grab him and apply a lock, and by the time I grab him, he realizes he bends his arm, it's gone. But when he's holding, that is when I get some purchase on him, when he thinks he's got an advantage, which he doesn't have. Let's say he's jammed it across my there and come across. So you can see a real risk. But I move across, even if I do nothing other than carry. What am I going to do? Jam that. Grabs, break, he's punching, there, and you can see I have that movement. A lock and a throw at the same time. That there. He lets go now. Okay.
So as he starts with the move and comes around, he's dropping his weight, and that pulls me forwards. Even if so as I was punching, he would pull my punch past him and then me into him, and then he can continue on because I want to recover anyway, and he's just following my recovery and then extending it past.
One more time.
So it's all about dropping the weight here and then coming out.
Now watch what Jeff will do is he will keep his shoulder low and he'll rotate the arm a bit more. And I have this, this lock. And my escape to that is really to keep turning, and I have to turn my back. So if I were to do that, I would face this. I would have to, because I want to avoid that lock, I would turn, and Jeff would simply go around my back. Okay. I think that wait up. If Armando was trying to grab me and throw me with a hip throw, and he did around the waist, the reality is this. So what do most people actually do who are actually effective in street fighting and ever happen to take you in a sanda, judo? There's so many, everyone does hip throws, yeah? Is they go from a clinch. Now, Armando's quick, he grabs me in the clinch, both hands, yeah? And instead of doing just a knee, he quickly converts, doesn't he? What does he do? And now he's got me. See what he's doing with his hand. And notice my first mistake. Because once he's thrown me, look at my hand is. Now, all he has to do is fall back and he snapped my elbow. Alright. So, this is sort of Ronda Rousey tactic, isn't it? Yeah? So you have to be aware that people will grab you, not just in a clinch, not just there, but will grab from a clinch, from any kind of clinch, will go straight to a neck grab. And grabs. Boom. And this is now where I have to start preparing for my move. I don't want him to hip throw me. So what's my recipe for defense against the hip? Try to throw, sink. Now he can try, but it's no good. Alright, so what's the move? Sink, push. So he's grabbed me in a clinch, full clinch. He's going to convert, a sink, and I don't put this arm around that side. I immediately push it here. Okay. Hand is here, I throw this elbow up. He can push down, but that's easy for me to lift. Okay. That automatically gets that. And I just reach. And from there.
When you curl down, what's to stop him from guillotining you around the neck?
Go ahead. Of course you have to lock in. I raise this. So,
what do you mean by guillotine?
So, Mr. Guillotine raises. He has to slip over the top. There's not much room. I bend, reach, throw.
Push him away.
If I get the right angle, reach. I step there. And I lead the leg first. I don't try and push my body weight over. Okay? He will simply move with me. Move in his step. It's gone. Too late, yeah? So I don't give him any cues. Now, I step to step. And now from there, you have an effective. And it's because of step behind. So you go, wait a
Okay.
Blind?
Here's the thing. Usually if he switches, he will live with this. See that?
Has he seen the failure?
Yes. See?
So that hand has to be there.
Yes.
Stand to where you think you can't actually go, but you can, because there's a gap through there. Now from here, when I reach, my weight is bent. Now when I straighten, grabs. First thing I've got to do is get my feet together, create that bubble. Now, what seems impossible is that I'm actually attacking there, but the reason is, if he's actually in the process of trying to throw me, he's lifting and pushing forwards. So as he pushes forwards, he creates even more of a gap. Okay? So I have this hand here, and I can help him on his way. So he starts to lift, and I push there, and out from there. Much easier. reach in, rub that along the body. And you can grab that leg then. So as I'm expanding, I have that wheel if I need to. Faster. That's why the hands part. Now, what other position can you think of that would lend itself to using this? Is when he's grappling me. Boom. All right. This is not a particularly good position for me. I mean, I can try and dive, but you can see I've got this angle. So this is uncomfortable. How does one ever get out of a lock like this once it's fully applied? Once it's fully applied, it's pretty much gone. I'll try and bend if I can. But until he's applied it, I'm never going to let him. And there's a twist. So, twist. So now as he's applying a lock, I'm twisting. I'm applying a lock, I twist. Slowing it down. Applying the lock. If he's got to that position, I twist. So once he's got me there, I can twist and twist. There. Grab an arm. Same thing as before. Grab the lock again. Twist. And if I can, I could even control this with that leg. With that hand. So I'm in this position, it's too late. Okay? If he's got me that low, I can't really realistically lift. It's too hard. So I have to corkscrew fairly early as he's applying the lock. I have to corkscrew fairly early. What I'm doing is I'm twisting against his chest. Twisting. And that twisting action, or, yeah. But if he's got me really low, again, my advantage is still to corkscrew, but I'm corkscrewing sideways and back. So I'm no longer thinking about up and around, I'm going to corkscrew that way. So as long as you corkscrew out, corkscrew out. Yeah? If you did do this against the jab, you could always deflect. And there's your movement. So 1, or there. 1, 2. Okay? 1, 2. So 1, 2. He's punching with the other hand. I jam that hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. If I'm too slow with this hand, at least that hand's in the way. But preferably, I turn it over. First, number 1. Punches. Okay. This seems like an odd surface. Most people are so focused on the hand they forget the forearm. This turn is very effective there. Or you can have this hand. So 1, 2, 1. So I know that I've turned it right over. 1, 2. I'm leaving his hand out of the equation so you can see I would normally do something with it. 2. And that's there from the next move. 1, 2, 3. Which is why you can do it this way.